Audio Jungle.
Now we're going
Okay,
to let Raina talk about
this,
some dryers.
yay. Okay, so this is the dryers. Don't get into your dryers. That's just fun. Um, so just like the washer, you're gonna put payment is gonna go in, you're gonna do your payment, the door closes, and then the door switch is checked. Door switches, you have two different types of switches. You have the dryer door, and then you also have the lint drawer. So most dryers have both of those, and they both have to be operational in order for the dryer to run. If the dryer doesn't start, you might want to check the door, the start button contactor, which is behind that touch panel. Sometimes it can get worn and doesn't make contact with the start. Once it's once it does start, the airflow is checked. It's going to make sure that you have enough makeup air and that there's going to be airflow that's going to be able to go into the drum. Um, the blower motor starts. You have two different types of blower types, and then you have two different types of airflow switches. These can also be some have the sail switch, which is a metal plate that looks like a sail, and it's just basically switching it on and off so that it can bring in the airflow or not bring in the airflow. Um, Once that is detected and that's starting to blow, then the drum starts to turn. And it happens almost simultaneously. So if it doesn't happen, and your and your machine has the door switch that you can push with your finger, you want to be able to do that, open your door, push it in with one hand, and then manually rotate the drum with the other. And if you are able to do that, then you might have a faulty start capacitor for the motor. Um, Again, it's just a quick troubleshooting thing that you can try, and that's something that can be done.
Yep, real
So
quick, Raina. So if you spin that drum with your hand and the motor picks up and starts turning it on its own, that's a bad start capacitor. If it doesn't start turning on its own, it could be a bad motor.
So airflow works. The system it's confirmed that it works. The gas valve and the igniter are allowed to be properly powered up and produce a flame. I have a blue flame here. That is because that's what the flame should be. It should not be orange. When people think of a fire, they think that it's supposed to be orange in color, but that is not your dryer flame. That means it's trying to grab, you don't have enough makeup air and it's trying to get that. Um, so it should not be orange, just so you know. If you don't have any heat, so if your machine's working just fine, but it's not producing any heat and people are, oh, it's not hot, it's not hot. You want to check the airflow, you want to check the lint filters, the igniter box, the thermostat, or your heat source. They're one of those was really for your dryer to not be heated up. Mhm.
Raina, maybe try turning off your camera.
And the process heat over and over the I 20 feet over if you it's going to repeat over and over again until the process is the timed out with a 25-minute set. Or if you have moisture detection in your system, it'll once it reaches that moisture is gone, then it'll automatically stop. So the first step is that the thermostat sends power to the igniter and to the gas valve. And then the heat is going to raise until it reaches the set temperature. So whether your temperature is set to low or medium or high, once that heat reaches that set temperature, the thermostat will tell the gas valve to cut the power. The thermostat, then the dryer will then cool down to the low temperature. And once it does that, it then sends another signal to the thermostat to say, okay, now start again. And that's going to be repeated over and over again until it's done.